Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're over here on the Japanese side of the game, taking a look at the new Legend Reiju that we'll be releasing on the global side as of like today, actually. And we're doing a bit of a preview video for you guys, just to give you guys an understanding of how this particular unit works, and sort of seeing her kit and getting a feel for the unit. And I gotta say, before this video starts, this unit, she's just not good. She's not a good unit. She thrives in poison-based content, but poison-based content doesn't exist. So in today's video, we are jumping into Revolution Army 1 and Whitebeard 1, or Whitebeard, the Garp Challenge Whitebeard, there's only one. But we are taking her into the Garp Challenges. I did try and take her into a forest, and look, she just struggled. Like, she struggled so ridiculously hard that it's just such a headache for me, and just with everything that's going on the game at the moment, and with the amount of content, I wanted to get a video out for you guys to showcase what she does, have a chat about the unit, have a chat about her kit, and like, where she shines and where she struggles. And basically, as I mentioned, she pretty much struggles like everywhere that isn't like old content like Garp Challenges or in content that has poison. She really thrives in poison based content because of her captain ability. Her captain ability is a 5x captain to int, powerhouse, cerebral. On paper, that's great, right? 5x captain, 2 very good classes, 1 very good color. But the downside to her captain is she has a lot of characters she has to compete with, like a lot of characters. And the problem with that is she's just never really going to be a go-to character when it comes to building int-based teams. So you don't really need this character per se. But being a 5x captain's great. 5x captain to 2 very good classes and a very good color. She also does have a clause in her captain ability that states when you are inflicted with any type of poison, she is going to auto-trigger her special. And as you guys saw on this particular stage, we actually triggered her special, which gives a 3-turn attack boost to those 2 classes and the int color. 2.25, 3 turns of attack, which is actually fairly nice. So every time you guys get poisoned, you actually auto-trigger that special. She also does an ability where she inflicts a new type of poison on the enemy called Reiju Poison. What Reiju Poison actually does, it inflicts a 20% HP cut at the end of every single turn, which is actually pretty cool. 20% HP cut's really nice. And then if you use her other special, you then basically do a 30% HP cut and remove any type of poison as well. The big gimmick of Reiju when she came out was basically to get around a new mechanic that is inflicted that we will see in the new content that comes out alongside them, the free-to-play Baby 5 and the free-to-play Monet, as well as Arena Caesar, where we get a new mechanic and we get a new slot called Poison Sockets. Now, Poison Sockets are very similar to something like Super Bomb. They're very similar to Wano slots, Semler slots, Rainbow Orbs, where they can't be manipulated unless you use a character that can remove poison. So any character that has in their special removes poison. If you have these Poison Sockets, we'll actually rotate those Poison Sockets into matching orbs, which is pretty cool. Very easy way to actually get around that. If you're inflicted by poison and you get Poison Sockets, you can use stuff like Shiryu supports. That way, when you remove the poison, or if you have the auto trigger of Reiju to remove poison, you rotate those sockets as well, which is actually really nice. In saying that though, since that content, we have not seen Poison Sockets come back. Legit. They introduced these new mechanics. Bandai, like, if you're going to introduce these new mechanics, make them prevalent in content. Bring them back besides their debut. Because with Reiju, that was her big gimmick. Getting around poison. If you get inflicted with poison, you auto-trigger the special, which is really cool when you do get poison. But besides Heavenly Demon 2, there's no content that really has that prevalent poison, so she doesn't really shine too much anywhere else. I will leave a link in the description for you guys, and I'll try and leave a card like right here for you if I remember like where the time is, to show you guys where this character actually shines, as I did take her and Vivi into Heavenly Demon 2 as a hybrid option, and they did work very well. The two of them work great together, but in saying that, out of the two, Vivi is just such a much more desirable unit. Her kit might be a little bit more bland, but it's way more usable. It sees a lot more play, and unfortunately, Reiju just falls off the goddamn planet, as there is no content where she shines. But as you guys saw there, she did tear her way through Revolution Army 1, but in saying that, free-to-play teams can tear through this as well, so it's not exactly a great showing, but I did want to just get some content up while we sort of ramble on about this particular unit. We are going to move on to Whitebeard now. Let's take a look at that. Alright, so we're over here at the Whitebeard challenge now. Unfortunately, on Japan, we don't actually have like some hard Garp challenges floating around. We do have Revolution Army 2, but I've done so many videos on Revolution Army 2 as of late. I thought it would just be better just have some mindless content in the background while I just literally talk about the unit, as we're basically here just to talk about Reiju, right? We're not here to talk about the content at the end of the day. We're here to talk about Reiju. So when you do have poison, you do have those poison sockets, she is going to be very, very handy. Very, very handy to have. And in saying that, this game's a puzzle game. Like, OPTC is puzzle-based, and there are always other ways to get around the content. She just makes your life that little bit easier. Her special, on paper, very, very good. 3 turns of an attack boost. She does have a very good super typing as well. If your team consists of all cerebral and all powerhouse units, she actually gives your crew a 2x orb boost with her super type. Very similar to Vivi, gives the attack boost with her super typing, and she gives orbs with her special. Reiju basically does the opposite. They both have very good supports too. Reiju can attach to stuff like cerebral characters that rotate orbs, I think, and or does an orb boost, something like that. And then she gives an attack boost to cerebral-based characters, which is really, really cool. Cerebral's such a strong class. It always gets support. Powerhouse have obviously been a really, really good class moving forward as well. And you do have an array of very, very good subs. Even building this mono int team was not tricky at all, because Cerebral and Powerhouse have just such good units that fall under the int class, int color. And it's just very easy to put teams together with Reiju. The downside to Reiju is, besides the power output of like an attack, an orb, 5x captain, that poison shenanigans that she can do, that's pretty much all she does. She doesn't have damage reduction. She doesn't make orbs matching. She doesn't have any like way of getting better orbs. She doesn't have any utility in her kit besides obviously that poison shenanigan. But comparing her to something like the Vivi that comes out alongside her, Special Bind is a much more prevalent debuff. And as you see, like, we got Special Binded on this particular piece of content as Whitebeard as well. And using Vivi, like, you can just remove that. Vivi, sure, doesn't have any damage reduction in her kit either. Sure, doesn't make any orbs matching. But with her special, she rotates orbs and locks them. That can give you 2 turns of matching orbs and make it a lot easier to actually get those orbs. Vivi has a lot better hybrid options in my opinion as well, in terms of like the free spirit with like Yamato, with Roger, and then with Cerebral, she has the same hybrid selections that Reiju has, where Reiju's like powerhouse compadres is stuff like Versa Kainu, Moria, and all those types of characters. So obviously with Moria, she works amazingly because Moria can give you those orbs. He gives you some healing, which is what Reiju really needs. But other than that, like, Versa Kainu doesn't work overly great because he's more about speed. And she just struggles. She really, really struggles. As you can see, like, getting matching orbs is a real challenge if you are running double Reiju compared to if you are running something like double Vivi. Her support options don't provide too much orb manipulation as well, in terms of actually giving yourself matching orbs without actually needing to do anything. But all in all, she is a fairly good unit. Problem is, she's just so damn overrated, purely because of her poison shenanigans. When you can get the poison shenanigans to work, stuff like her 20% HP cut with the Reiju poison, it can work really, really well. But she's completely nerfed by normal attacks only. If you do get the auto trigger of her special and then use her special, you actually remove the poison, which can be a bit of a hindrance. Like, sometimes you'd prefer to have that poison, have that HP cut, than actually do the HP cut like straight away, because you want to get around stuff like resilience and stuff like that. So the character is not overly desirable, to be honest. I would not chase this unit. Let the unit come to you, because when you do have her and that content does pop up, she is going to be usable. Problem is, that content just doesn't exist except for literally this month. But remember, OPTC is a puzzle-based game. Never forget that. There's always going to be another way to get around the content. You do not need this particular unit, and running her as a hybrid option is more than enough and very, very easy to do. So, with that said, that is the little preview of Reiju. Sorry, I just sort of just shat on the unit for like a good 10 minutes, but nevertheless, I would highly recommend staying away from this particular character. And if you do want one of the summer batches, go for Vivi. Vivi is the one you want to go for, and then just hybrid her up with something like Reiju. But like I said, that's going to wrap the video up, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go in there and belt that like button for me if you're new to the channel too. Hit the big red subscribe button. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's